Year 7 SLG Lesson 5. You've just had a look at Frosty the Snowman, and we should have found that, as in the bottom right hand corner of this screen, we have an ice cube and it is surrounded by a layer of insulation. The insulation helps to prevent heat waves from the outside heating up the ice cube and melting it. So the melting process is much slower if you have got a layer of insulation. Now, how can we link this knowledge to the outside world? Well, it's very simple. You can see here at the top of the page, we've got a heart, we've got a kidney, and it's placed into a human organ transplant container. Now that container, and there's a diagram of it at the bottom, contains your organ. The organ is surrounded by a plastic coating to protect it from the ice itself. And then you can clearly see all the ice cubes surrounding the kidney. But then you have this outer layer of insulation. And that, once again, helps to slow down the melting of the ice, so the organ can stay cooler for longer and it can be transported around the country and put into someone who needs that particular organ. Moving on, does air have mass? In other words, does the air around us weigh anything? What do you think? Does it have mass? Does it weigh anything? Can you think of an example to try and prove or disprove that last statement? In a moment, you're going to watch a video and you're going to get some mass results in grams. The first one that you need to write down will be the mass of the empty balloon. Here, you write it there. Then you are going to be given the mass of an empty balloon plus the air that's used to fill it up. You will write that answer here. When you get those two results, you will take them away from each other and you will write the answer in here. Let's stop and watch the video.
Do gases have a mass? So we've got a balance here and you can see that it's reading 0.00 grams. I've put a cork ring on there and I'll explain that shortly, and I'm going to work out the mass of this balloon by placing it on the balance, and that is 2.73 grams. So now we've blown into the balloon, and this is why the cork ring is important now. Rather than the balloon moving everywhere, we can just place it on the cork ring. And now the balance reads 2.88 grams.
The conclusion that you should have reached, of course, is that air does indeed have mass. If you took your results one away from the other, you would have got a very small number, well under a gram, but it's still a mass. So air has mass, and you can clearly see within this balloon, and I'd like you to add these particles. You can see the air particles that have been added into this balloon. Air does have mass.